Welcome to From Surviving to Thriving Body Acceptance and Resilience in Cancer Recovery. I'm your host, Charity Marohomsar, your life doula. And today we explore the journey of body acceptance after overcoming cancer. Have you ever pondered how individuals navigate the intricacies of accepting and really embracing their bodies post cancer treatment? Join us as we delve into this pivotal inquiry with our very special guest. Today, we have someone who is not a cancer survivor, not a cancer warrior, but someone who serves the needs of the cancer community. Maybe she only discovered it when we first met, but today we have the founder of HI.SMITHY, a body acceptance community, and also the owner of proudly wearing my Cadadia clothing. It's a kind of outfit that you can wear 2 to 3 ways. So, super sulit as far as I'm concerned. Together, we will uncover insights, strategies, and stories that illuminate the path from surviving to thriving in the realm of body acceptance during cancer recovery. So, hello Sabina. Thank you for joining us today. Sabina and I met serendipitously when here at Better Days we conducted the first ever camera confidence workshop, which is really the business model of how Sabina has put together two of, I would refer to as her babies, the HI.SMITHY community, which is a body acceptance community, and Cadadia clothing. So we met with the end in mind of providing platforms for cancer warriors, survivors, and their love givers to be able to truly accept their body post cancer or even during cancer. And Sabina and her team just really went all out for our community. And I'm very, very grateful for that, Sabina. And the impact that it has made to many, many people and to a family in particular that was really, really benefited from that workshop. So, Sabina, my first question to you is, what has inspired you to find that voice and give people the voice and the platform that they need with regard to body acceptance?
It started with the pandemic. I realized since we had a lot of time at home to think and also fluctuate in weight, that I discovered that I put a lot of value as a person on my body, and I learned that, like, growing up, that, or I was conditioned to believe growing up, that my beauty and my body and my is all I could give and all I could offer to people. And at the same time, I was taught that I wasn't enough compared to beauty standards, because I was bigger than the usual beauty standard. Or I've been called sayang because, oh, I have a pretty face, but then your body is just like this. And I was always compared to other girls around me who just so happened to be smaller. So my idea of beauty was always a size 0 model, and I wasn't that. And so I grew up feeling like I wasn't enough. And in the pandemic, because my weight fluctuated a lot from just the lifestyle change, the stress of the uncertainty of the world, I decided to fix that part of myself. I didn't know how. I just felt really tired of feeling like I needed to fix something, or like at war with my body and who I was. And so I started my body acceptance journey. And how I did that was sharing my struggles on social media, on my Instagram stories just how I was feeling and how tired I was because my brain was at 105% thinking about my looks. People responded and said, I felt the same. I mean, I feel the same. I went through the same thing. And then that's when I realized I should share my story more and more publicly because at the time my Instagram was private. And so I went and made a separate Instagram where to really document my journey. And as I started researching more about body acceptance and all the topics that go under that, I developed my advocacy and my knowledge on body acceptance and body neutrality, and also developed my relationship with my body and food and exercise and clothes and everything that I struggled with before.
I am still in disbelief because when I saw you first, the first thing that came to my mind was how could a girl who looked like her, who's very pretty, where was the purpose coming from, right? And I'm really glad you shared with us today because I think you're enough. I think you are beautiful. And I think because of what you're doing, your value is really not with your looks. And I'd argue with anyone any time of the day when they say you don't look good. But I think that is just the path to leading you to your community. And I've always like it when you say body neutrality, right? You're neutral. And by God, if size 0 is the basis of beauty, then I'm really off the scale. I was never a size 0. Um, Sabina, as the founder of Body Acceptance Community, how have you seen body acceptance positively impact individuals? As you said, people reach out to you. I'm also facing the same journey, or I'm in the same journey. So, how has it positively, made an impact to individuals who have faced not even just health challenges, but just the fact that, just like you, society condition their minds that they are not, beautiful, or that their body is not within standards. So I don't know what standards means.
I've gotten a chance to be able to talk to people that resonated with my posts on Instagram and also events that I've done and workshops I've done. And um, different, I've come across different body stories. Some, usually, there's some that have like skin issues, nothing that is life threatening, but still that cause like a big impact on their lives, like cystic acne, but also weight problems and just so many things. Even men have body image issues. And yeah, so I have been able to come across lots of different stories and the impact on them with like the workshops, the ones that get to join the workshops or the ones that get to read my content. They find body acceptance less intimidating than body positivity, which I'm not against. I'm okay. I mean, not I'm okay. It's nice and refreshing when you're able to celebrate your body for what it is and love your battle scars and love all the milestones that show physically. And but there are just some days where it's not possible.
Yeah.
And so that's why the neutral approach people find easier to do, just accepting what it is now and being able to respect it. Because I think at the end of the day, your body deserves respect for what it does for you. It keeps you alive.
It supports.
Yes, it supports you. It allows you to love your loved ones and experience life. And it's your vessel throughout this life. And it deserves respect.
I want to pick up on that because I think that's where our advocacies intersected. Unknowingly, You built a body acceptance community. And Better Days, one of the things that cancer patients, cancer survivors really struggle with is the fact that after the journey or during the journey, they would lose a part or two. Like, I'm open about this. I don't have my right breast, and I never considered implants or prosthetics. Some women totally don't have both breasts, meaning they had to do bilateral. Um, People with yang cancer would lose their feet, right? Or a foot. And it really becomes a huge mental struggle just showing up. And let's not go too far. I mean, the changes of not having a hair, or losing their eyebrows, or their eyelashes altogether. Like, there was a point in my cancer journey where I totally looked like a Martian. I didn't have, hair. I was bald, and I wasn't one to wear a wig. I lost my eyebrows. I lost my eyelashes. And I looked at the mirror and I said, I look like the Martian. But I'm blessed that I wasn't so wedded with everything. After all, I was already struggling with stage 4 breast cancer. I always say, why will I even worry about what other people think? So this is where our advocacies really intersected, because we have been looking for a program to help cancer patients really just accept their body for what it is now, and not live with the shame and the guilt that cancer has brought in their lives, right? So I just want to point that out, because I think initially you thought that this was really for um, people with body issues. How did you feel when you saw the cancer patients? It was a day of laughter, tears, and everyone just summarized it as a very cathartic event. How did you feel after or during the camera confidence workshop?
Well, during the camera confidence, I was just an autopilot because I just wanted to make sure that the experience was special. Everyone enjoyed. There were no what a waste of time. That's always my fear in events, especially because I always want to make the experience as perfect as possible. I'm always thinking of how the attendees or the participants are feeling, and so I couldn't think. But after, I was actually very exhausted because there was a lot of emotions going on, and I knew coming in that there was gonna be, I would learn body journeys that I'd never heard before. But I guess I didn't realize also the extent and just the variety, even though everyone was going through cancer in some way. There was so many different stories that came with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a lot of body acceptance.
Yes, and they didn't also realize that it was it was such a revelation for them, just getting there, being able to pose in front of the camera. So, Sabina, what do you think are strategies that you have experienced? Strategies for being able to practice or promote resilience and self love among your community, or this time among cancer survivors who are struggling with their new look or their new normal?
It's tricky because it's hard to tell people to, oh, love your body or respect your body because it does so much, because I've never been in their shoes. And especially with cancer warriors and their love givers, who am I to also say these things? And I've never experienced the changes they've been through. But what I do as someone um, in the body acceptance space is just provide different avenues, different strategies that they can use and try and learn about. and just see what works for them. But stuff like joining these workshops that make you feel good about yourself. Things like avoiding things that make you feel bad, like social media accounts where influencers show this romanticized version of their lives, and it makes you feel like, why can't I have that? Or even celebrities and people, even friends and family whose lives make you feel not enough. I would mute them. And it's nothing personal. Just mute them if it doesn't make you feel good. It's not like I don't like them or anything. It's if they make you feel less, even if it's not intentional. You have to frame your life in the way that or the media that you intake, or everything that you come across. You have to choose. You have to manage it. Yeah, manage consumption. Different books, or even the people that you choose to spend your energy and your time with. You choose that as well. And if you come out from a hangout or a dinner with someone and you feel like your best self, then that's the kind of person that you want to spend more time with. And if you feel drained and just negative after hanging out with this another person, then you limit the time that you spend with this other person.
So you're basically talking about curating your space,
Yes.
curating and making sure that you tap into energies of people who are like-minded, who share the same journey, and who do not bring you down, but you uplift you. Let's talk about shame and guilt. You said that during the pandemic, you had a lot of time thinking about how much, and I could see your facial expression, your body, and you were saying like you consumed like 105% just thinking about how you can meet the standards. And really at the end of the day, it's the shame and guilt that society has conditioned us to have in our lives. So where are you right now in this journey?
Right now, I would say I'm at the healthiest relationship I could possibly be with my body and myself. I've somehow been able to separate the two. My weight has still fluctuated through the years. I've gained weight, I've lost weight, and I've been unhappy with my body and happy with my body. But my value as a person did not move with that feeling of body dissatisfaction. I was very content with who I was. I loved who I was, or who I am, and where I was, and I was confident about who I am as a person and the people that I surrounded myself with. My life, I think I even posted on my Instagram before just about how I separated the two, body image and just satisfaction as a person. And I said that my life is so good and I just don't feel good about my body right now.
I love how you are able to separate and distinguish and not mesh both and say predominantly I don't love myself because of my body, right? And which brings me to the question of, you have seen cancer survivors, you have seen even those who do not physically look like they are lacking something, but on the inside they lack something. Having seen what you have seen during last April 13, what advice would you give? As you said, you've never been in their place, but you actually have in a different way. What advice would you give to those who are still struggling to accept that they have a different body already?
It would be to really just surround yourself with people and things and media and everything else with just things that make you feel good about yourself. That's my rule of thumb when I decide if something or someone should be in my life or not. And I think it's applicable to anyone with any different body journey. I always say that I got it from somewhere. Like you are the average of the top five people.
The 5 people you are
Yeah.
with. I pick up the principle of being intentional with even the people you surround yourself with when it comes to body acceptance and body neutrality. From your perspective, how do we challenge the norms that you and I, ang lakas maka you and I, pero we belong to a different generation. How can we challenge societal norms and stereotypes surrounding body image and beauty?
I think the first two steps that I've noticed as I research more about body acceptance and learn more are questioning your own internal narrative. So that's just your most immediate and most natural thoughts about anything, even stuff like, for example, what's she wearing? Why is she wearing that? Like, and then you stop yourself and think, who taught you that? Because that's not the voice that you want in your body. Or even just yourself, like, oh, I feel like I just don't like how I look, or you're all the fat phobic language that you say in front of the mirror. Like before, my old narrative would be like, I feel so fat, as if fat was a bad word, which is not. It's just a descriptor. What language can I use to describe how I'm feeling? So that's my second step, which is change your language. You have to be very intentional about the way that you speak to yourself and speak to others, because it also affects how you think. And then that's how you change your belief system about, for at least this, about bodies. And that's how you change your internal narrative. So instead of saying, I feel fat, you say, I don't feel really good about my body today. And you just walk through your entire mind process on going through a bad body day and figure out how you can experience it better and less disruptive than your usual, like, oh, and you spend the entire day feeling like, oh, I'm the worst, I look so bad, everyone hates me, I don't know. Like, it gets worse and worse as you let yourself sit in it. But so what I do when I have a bad body image day is, yes, I go through it, I feel really bad, but I think I have a great life. I love these people that make me feel good about myself. And yeah.
For our listeners, I think what Sabina is saying is we have our limiting beliefs, right? Like I'm short, I'm stout. For the longest time, my big brother would always say, your nose is so big. So I grew up believing that, right? So I went into a phase where I will have to put stuff on my nose, right? But these are limiting beliefs. And what Sabina was actually explaining to us was you acknowledge that limiting belief. So I'm having a bad body image day. And then you replace those limiting beliefs with good thoughts, with new beliefs that I'm getting healthier, I'm on this path to be healthy. So it's more important for my body to be healthy than to be slim, right? So that type of narrative. I want to talk about your other baby, this dress that I'm wearing. Lakas makaplug. Cada Dia Clothing and the Camera Confidence Workshop, you normally mount them together. Why is that?
For both platforms, I believe in finding confidence outside of diets and all the numbers and ways to measure your body and just looks in general. And where I found Karadia and Hi.SMITHY to be able to join together was feeling confident in front of the camera. So Karadia makes clothes. Hi.SMITHY collaborates with creatives like Elora, who's a photographer and body confidence activist. And we create experiences that allow people to feel confident and can celebrate their bodies for what it is. And it also gets to show the participants and people that you don't have to change your body to feel confident. you can have a really good body image day without feeling like, oh, I'm so thin today. Like you just need to surround yourself with the right people and just get dolled up a little bit, and you can have a good day.
Sabina, I just want to really, congratulate you for the platform you've created, the Hi.SMITHY, and you even added another platform, which is Canadia Clothing. And I could never imagine wearing this. This is what they refer to as a versatile tops, because you can wear this in two ways. Had I not gone through the camera confidence workshop, I would never imagine wearing this. And the skirt that I'm wearing can also be worn as a dress, because all they would do is provide straps and it becomes a summer dress, which is really, really nice. So, can you invite our audience how they can join the camera confidence workshop and where they can buy Cadadia clothing, which is so worth it?
Hi.SMITHY is where we post about events, and we have camera confidence workshops regularly. And you can buy Kadadia's clothes from kadadia.com. That's Kaddadia.
Cadadia means every day.
Every day, and I just judged up the spelling.
Hi.SMITHY on Instagram is hi.Smithy. And then Cadadia is Kaddia. So, two separate Instagram accounts. You can order and you can join the camera confidence workshop when you go to Hi.SMITHY, and your clothes will be delivered on your doorstep 2 days after your order. Not unless you're outside Metro Manila,
Yes.
right? So Sabina, thank you for joining us
you.
today. And you know that this is not the last. We have a lot in the pipeline for collaboration with Hi.SMITHY and Cadadia Clothing. So thank you so much. As we conclude our discussion of From Surviving to Thriving, Body Acceptance and Resilience in Cancer Recovery, it is so clear that the journey towards embracing one's body post-cancer treatment is both deeply personal and profoundly impactful. Through the insights shared by our guest, Sabina Yulo, and the reflections on my own experience as a survivor, we've uncovered several key takeaways. First, embracing body acceptance is not just about the outward appearance, but about fostering a profound sense of self love and compassion for the body that has carried us through many, many years. Secondly, resilience plays a crucial role in the journey from surviving cancer to thriving in life after diagnosis. By cultivating resilience, we empower ourselves to navigate the challenges of body acceptance with courage and grace. And finally, community support, right? Sabina, community support and resources are invaluable assets in this journey, whether it's through organizations like Hi.SMITHY or connecting with fellow survivors. Finding solidarity and understanding can make all the difference in our path towards body acceptance and thriving beyond cancer. So, thank you for joining us on this exploration. Remember, no matter where you are in your journey, you are never alone. Together, we can embrace our bodies, cultivate resilience, and thrive beyond the diagnosis.